Okay, so I just came back from LA and I went to I'd been to the Grammys before, but I went to the Rock Nation brunch and that was a career highlight for me.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Were you like the after parties?
Yeah, I was extremely happy, I would say. I'm Davina Merchant. I'm a senior publishing A&R exec from London, and I also have my own talent management company.
Yeah, I'm Emma Stakes. Lived and worked in London many years, moved back to the north. I'm now heading up the creative department over at Tilyard North. I also work with Hypnosis, and I used to be A&R exec at Psycho Entertainment.
I'm really excited to be here because when I studied at Trent, this wasn't a thing. I wish I knew about it. I think it probably would have changed the degree I did at the time. But just seeing the facilities and what you can offer students here, it's really, really great. And I'm super excited to be here.
My mind is blown, actually. I can't believe that this is here in Nottingham. When I was growing up in the north of England, I thought we had to go to London to, pursue careers in all aspects of the entertainment world. So I can't get over the size of the place and the facilities, and I'm excited to see what else is on offer here.
I think the whole time working in creative industry is about opportunities. A lot of it's about who you know. So allowing them to obviously meet people like ourselves and anyone else who's here for Industry Week, it kind of gives them that first touch of basis to ask the questions, to feel out people, to get a real insight into the career that they're striving for. So I think just allowing them to have those opportunities to have actual communication with people will allow them to kind of work out the next steps in their journey.
Yeah, I mean, completely what you just said. I mean, it's about the pathway and having that opportunity to, know what's out there. And if there is opportunities, people go into these careers and they don't really know what's really out there and meeting people. And it is all about who you know in this business and getting the experience that is needed to take to the next level, because it's always changing. You've got to pivot, and I think it's really nice that having people here could be a bit of a porthole straight to industry, and for us I think it's great to be able to meet new talent coming through.
I think for me, I'm really always interested to meet the songwriters and producers. I come across so many artists, but I always like to know the people who are helping to make the music as well, especially with the facilities you have in terms of studios. It's really interesting to see what you guys are curating and collaborating with here, so I'm excited by that.
Yeah, same really. I mean, I work with a lot of artists, but I'm really looking at producers. I've got loads of projects doing music for purpose now, and always looking for new, fresh talent, production, writers. But yeah, it's just overall very exciting.
I think just because the industry is in London, you have access to a lot more things in terms of all the labels in management, the publishing companies in management, all the DSPs are in London. So just being there where you can facilitate things and have those conversations, I think for job access, it does benefit it. However, I do think having the access to the knowledge and facilities that you guys have up here, I think it gives you more of a head start, because sometimes London is very overwhelming. There's a lot of people there. If you can take the skills that you need and learn elsewhere and then bring it back to London, I think that's really helpful.
I actually think that it's levelling up now. I do think I've lived and worked in London for over 15 years. I went down there when I was very young to study. It actually pivoted. I went down there to study music technology and business. And I've ended up finding myself back in the north of England, and there's a lot of the industry moving through into different territories now. And I think maybe in the next 5 years, I think there could be a lot of levelling up. I mean, we've got Channel 4 over in Leeds now. We've got EMI North opening up in Yorkshire. The Tilyard has now got a facility that is turning into a bit of an ecosystem community hub. Places like this, Brit School, they've just announced that City of Culture in Bradford is going to be opening up the Brit School. So I think it's a really exciting time, and I do think obviously a lot of the key people and like the DSPs, like she said, and a lot of the companies. But I do think they are starting to spread out now, and I think, you know, London is still very, very important, being the capital where we, you know, it all kind of, you know, is there, the industry is there, but I do think there's going to be a lot more opportunity wider in London, and that's something that's brought me back to the north as well. Definitely. I mean, I think having a base in both places is always a benefit, and it's just breeding more talent, do you know what I mean? And we're in need of, you know, more people with different skill sets in this business, and properly being trained, and having that opportunity to be doing it and being up and amongst it. So you're in two great areas. I think I've kind of gone from both sides of the industry, starting in the creative side and then moving over and evolving into the music business side as an artist, and as a singer and songwriter. I've had, you know, many moments where I can't believe we're here, where, you know, I've done backing vocals at the Grammys. I've worked on television shows like X Factor and Britain's Got Talent and America's Got Talent. So those moments when, you know, you've nurtured that talent to get to the next level. And then obviously there's the moments when, you know, you've taken a grassroots artist and you've had that moment when you've heard them on Radio 1 for the first time and you're like, yes, this blood, sweat and tears has been worth it. And then you've got to do it all again.
Enjoy the process. I think sometimes when you get lost in it, when you get to a certain point in your career, like, you still enjoy what you do, but actually you kind of don't take in the small moments of how you kind of got there. So enjoy the process.
Again, enjoy it, but at the same time, never expect it. You know, I think they can, in this business, there's the people who go out and chase it and work really, really hard that are the ones who have the longevity. I think if you sit back and expect it, or, you know, just because you might be talented or just because you've got a certain grade, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be successful. It's the graft that you put into it, I think, and you know, you've got to go out and knock on those doors and network and put yourself out there, because I think that's a massively important thing for my career, putting myself out there and making sure I knew people and they knew who I was and what I was doing is probably why I'm still in the game so far.